So it's official, folks. The Stargate is closing again, and this time it didn't even get the chance to open. Amazon and Prime Video have just pulled the plug on their long-awaited Stargate revival, and the news has hit the fan base like a punch to the gut. After years of waiting, after months of build-up, the project that was supposed to bring this legendary sci-fi franchise back from the dead is now dead itself. So let's get into what happened, why it happened, and what it actually means for the future of Stargate. Now, if you're new to all of this, let me give you a bit of background, because Stargate isn't just some random property Amazon was sitting on. This thing is a real sci-fi institution. It all started back in 1994 with the original Stargate film, directed by Roland Emmerich, and written by Emmerich along with Dean Devlin. That movie starred Kurt Russell as the no-nonsense Colonel Jack O'Neill, and James Spader as the geeky archaeologist Daniel Jackson, with Jay Davidson playing the alien overlord, Ra. The whole idea was simple but brilliant. An ancient ring-shaped device is discovered in Egypt. It opens a wormhole, and a team travels across the universe to a desert planet where humans are being ruled by a godlike alien. And here's the thing. That film was made on a budget of just $55 million, but it went on to make over $196 million worldwide. It even set a new record for the biggest October opening weekend at the time. The critics weren't exactly kind to it, but audiences loved it, and over the years it turned into a full-blown cult classic. But the movie was really just the beginning. In 1997, the franchise exploded onto television with Stargate SG-1, which ran for an incredible 10 seasons. That show gave us Richard Dean Anderson as O'Neill, Michael Shanks as Daniel Jackson, Amanda Tapping as Samantha Carter, and Christopher Judge as teal'c. Then came Stargate Atlantis, which ran for 5 seasons and even featured a young Jason Momoa in one of his earliest roles. After that, we got Stargate Universe, a darker, more grounded take that sadly only lasted 2 seasons before getting canceled back in 2011. And ever since then, the franchise has basically been sitting dormant, with fans desperately hoping for some kind of return. So you can imagine the excitement when, back in November of 2025, Prime Video finally announced that Stargate was coming back. And this wasn't just some cash grab reboot either. The project was being led by Martin Gero, a guy who actually got his start as a writer on Stargate Atlantis before going on to create hit shows like Blind Spot and the Quantum Leap reboot. So this was someone who truly understood and loved the franchise. On top of that, Roland Emmerich and Dean Devlin were attached as executive producers, and longtime Stargate veterans Brad Wright and Joe Mallozzi were brought on as consulting producers. Gero himself framed it as a true continuation, one that wasn't here to undo what came before, a show that would respect the existing canon while also welcoming brand new viewers. Everything seemed to be moving forward. The creative team had reportedly completed a full 20-week writer's room, scripts were being written, and the show had already moved into pre-production over in the UK ahead of casting. And then, out of nowhere, around June 3rd of 2026, the news broke that Amazon MGM had quietly scrapped the entire thing before it ever entered active production. No casting had been announced, no real plot details were ever shared, and now we'll likely never see any of it. So why did this happen? Well, this is where it gets a little frustrating. According to the official word coming from Variety, Amazon executives were worried that Gero's version of the show would only appeal to the existing Stargate fan base, which they saw as too niche and wouldn't pull in those broader mainstream audiences. But here's the thing, a lot of people aren't buying that explanation. According to Deadline, the real reason has more to do with a major regime change behind the scenes at Amazon MGM. New leadership came in, and they apparently decided that the direction Gero was taking the show no longer aligned with Amazon's overall programming strategy. So in other words, this might have had less to do with the creative vision and more to do with corporate politics and executive turnover. And as you'd expect, the fans are absolutely furious. A petition to save the series has already racked up over 40,000 signatures and counting. Michael Shanks, who played Daniel Jackson for all 10 seasons of SG-1, posted his own short reaction to the news. And Joe Mallozzi, who'd been openly sharing development updates for months, has been pretty vocal in calling out the decision. When the people who actually worked on the franchise are telling you the official reason doesn't add up, you know something else is going on. But look, if you've been following Amazon lately, none of this should come as a huge surprise, because this is becoming a bit of a pattern for them. They bought MGM largely for its massive library of recognizable franchises, but they've really struggled to turn those properties into successful new projects. Just look at the track record. The RoboCop reboot has been stuck in development limbo for ages. The Tomb Raider series with Phoebe Waller-Bridge completely fell apart. And their flagship fantasy show, The Wheel of Time, got cancelled in 2025 after 3 seasons, despite having a loyal fan base. So Stargate is just the latest casualty in a worrying trend. Now, it's not all doom and gloom, at least not completely. Because here's the silver lining. Martin Gero is reportedly still under his deal with Amazon, and the studio has made it clear that they're still interested in exploring new Stargate projects down the line. The thing is, the next attempt will most likely be a complete ground-up reboot rather than a revival of the existing canon. And there's even a chance they could go bigger and bring Stargate back to the big screen as a movie instead of a series. So the door isn't fully closed, it's just been slammed shut for now. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, well, I guess only time will tell. And that's that for today's video, folks. Thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you in our next video.